Hi, I'm Danielle. For me, 5 by 5 was amazing and enjoyable and encouraging. 5 by 5 encouraged me to dedicate time to reading the Bible and scripture, time that I wouldn't normally spend reading because I'd find other things that I needed to do. I set out specific time for this, so I wasn't able to make any other plans. So I learnt quite a lot from 5 by 5. Although 5 by 5 Zoom wasn't in person, it didn't stop me connecting with everyone and building relationships with them and getting to know them really well. And I've made some amazing friends through it, and who have been so supportive and understanding and helpful. Having the same people made it easier to trust them and feel comfortable around them. So on the first sort of few sessions I was just quiet, listening, and then as it went on I felt more comfortable to open up and speak and give my opinions and ask questions. I think if the people would have been changing constantly, I might have felt a bit too embarrassed to finally speak out and ask those questions that are nagging at me in the back of my head. For me, reading the same scripture over and over again helped me to get new interpretations, and hear things that I might not have heard the day before. Something might jump out at me one day and then I'll read it the next day and something totally different has jumped out at me, but it's still the same passage. Even if I understood something the day before, reading it again, I had so many light bulb moments where I'm like, oh, that finally makes sense now, I understand that. I was very lucky and I managed to do 5 by 5 Zoom, and we also got to attend one of the in-person ones. So we was at house church, so we decided to stay. It was amazing, the atmosphere was amazing, and we got to see some familiar faces that we hadn't seen for a while, and we prayed, we sung, and listening to everyone singing, it was such a warming atmosphere. It was quite nice because Eli is usually at home, he's running around like crazy, so when we do the 5 by 5 we have to ship him off to the bedroom. But here he's mischievous at home, but in front of people he's good as gold. And that's how I prefer it, to be honest. But yeah, he just sat here and it was so funny because he kept copying Charles. Charles went like this, so Eli closed his eyes and he went like this. I was like, yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, I think it's nice bringing him out, and Mia as well actually, because they was missing the Zoom, but bringing them to in-person ones, I knew that they'd both be well behaved and they got to listen as well. And although at Eli's age he probably doesn't really understand much, it's still listening to the worship and the songs and stuff. So me and my husband Liam are hoping to move soon. We're currently in a 2-bedroom flat, and my 12-year-old daughter Mia has a room of her own. So our son Elijah, who's now 3, has to share a bed with us still. So we're hoping to move so he gets a room of his own. During 5 by 5 we asked for prayer for our move, and at the start our prayers were answered, and with the council they prioritise your needs, and they give you bandings, 1 being the highest priority, 5 being the lowest. We started off on a band 4, and during 5 by 5 our prayers were answered and they put us up to band 3. And then weeks later, with more prayer, our prayers were answered again and we got put onto a band 2, which was surprising because the councils rarely award anyone a band 2. Although we was entitled to it due to Liam being an ex-serviceman, the councils don't usually make it public knowledge, but they actually sent me an email making me aware, which councils never ever do. So that was truly an answer to prayer. So if you've never done 5 by 5, just start off by saying, yeah, okay, I'm dedicating my time to 5 by 5. Even if you don't plan on speaking and you just want to listen, just showing up and being there and hearing what others have to say is just as encouraging and just as helpful